Namaste. So some students have been asking me about Virasana, Supta Virasana, and expressing some frustration with not being able to do the poses they used to do many years ago, or not that long ago, or just general stiffness in the body, and it's difficult to find a bus stop for them. So I've got a few slides I can share with you so that you can kind of decide for yourself where your own little inquiry station's going to be. Maybe put on some nice music in the background. But Virasana, usually translated as hero pose, and then Supta Virasana is reclined hero pose. Nice for broadening the back and the pelvic floor, drawing the lumbar spine in, opening up the chest, broadening the collarbone, so kind of going against the crossed upper body syndrome that many people get by sitting at the computer too long or having a sedentary lifestyle. So this hopefully will be a little mini tutorial so that you can, just spend some time by yourself, listen to some relaxing music, and just see where the bus stop needs to be for you in this particular asana. Some of the benefits: strengthening the spine, helping with digestion and toning the tummy. You'll feel a lot more length in the belly area. Releasing those tight quads, and that's kind of a big hurdle. I know some of you are expressing frustration with tight quads. Massaging the pelvic organs, nice place for that too. And of course, redefining the arches of the feet very often, especially as we get older. The inner thigh muscles don't work quite so well. Poor posture, those kinds of things. Lack of stability, gluteal amnesia, those kinds of things can create a myriad of problems, sort of, in the lower organs. So it helps to redefine the arches of the feet, but I know sometimes people get cramps in this pose, and so again, you just have to find the right position for you to explore the pose, and it could be different every time you approach the pose as well. Helps to improve joint flexibility of the knees, ankles, and toes, and again, it's okay if everything in those areas are fine, but there may be some issues around those joints. So again, be compassionate with yourself and just get to wherever you can get to. When you're in the pose, once you've found the correct bus stop, remember what you're looking for: comfort and stability, and then a sustained effort in controlling the breathing over a period of time so that you can get to that point of Vritti-nirodha, a cessation of the fluctuations of the mind. Also tones the gonads in the guys, and reduces fat and thighs in the calf. So it's got lots of benefits, but it's not a pose necessarily for everybody. So here's kind of entry point: internal rotation, sitting on a chair, internal rotation of the thighs, creating a little bit more space around the acetabulum for blood flow. So the knees coming in towards each other, they might not touch. That's okay. You can stay here for a while, just noticing the breadth across the lower back and the breadth across the pelvic floor, watching for good posture, of course, and try not to hang in the kidneys by overarching the back of the body. You can always have a pillow in the back as well. This is another way of looking at a similar kind of position, so lengthening that quad on the back leg, firing up the glutes a little bit too. So sitting sort of sideways on a chair, you can hold on to the chair if that's accessible for you to do that somehow, whether it's the back of the chair or if you have an armrest, you could do that. Stay there for a few minutes and then stay heavy with the tailbone and see how that goes. And then, of course, flip over and do the pose on the other side as well. Moving on from there. Oh, you can't really see that very well. That's not very good. I should have shrunk it a little bit. But anyway, the top of one foot onto the seat of a chair. Maybe not quite as intense as the previous seated version. So just maybe moving in that direction. And then if you want to, the arms can come out to sort of get the transverse abdominals kicking in as well. Again, tailbone heavy. And if you want to hold on to something in front, if you feel like you're going to fall over, then hands onto a wall or back of the chair or sofa or table or something. And then, of course, obviously, right side, then left side. And then this is another variation. It could be, you know, like a little small little ladder here, or another chair. You could put it on another chair, the back of the sofa, something like that. And again, you want to do both sides. You can have as much padding under your back as you want to, so that you're not dumping in the lower back. You still want to keep lumbar curve. Maybe something under the head as well, so you get really comfortable, and you can spend a few minutes in this pose. This variation, there's a like a bolster thing under the back, pillow under the head, and then if you have ankle or foot concerns, you could just put the top of the foot to the floor and extend the opposite leg out. And again, you want to switch over, just see how that goes. You could even strap the thighs together if you wanted to as well, and let the foot on the ground go out to the side. So again, you're getting more internal rotation of the thigh bone. Other variation is the top of the foot to the floor. Not for everybody, certainly, and you're going to feel it sort of from the outer hip towards the inner knee. You could put something under the knee as well, if that's more accessible for you as well. And then obviously right side, left side, and you might start to distinguish once you start to get a little bit more complex in organizing the body. You might start to notice real difference in both sides. Another variation, just sitting like horse style with the tops of both feet to the floor. It could be a little bit less breadth across here, actually. Could be just a smaller cushion or a yoga brick or something like that. And then reclining back and support under the head so that the shoulders aren't lifting up towards the ears. Another variation, having a dog in front, it's kind of nice. So one leg extended out and just trading off sides, seeing what experience you have on both sides. Again, holding it there for a few minutes. Going on from there, a reclined version. What we don't want when we start to recline the back to the floor is dumping the lower back into the floor. So a little bit of support with bolster, cushion, things like that can be quite nice. Again, the thighs, the knees might not come all the way together. You get them as close together as you can comfortably. I was rushing back from, you know, pressing the button on the phone, so I would have normally got my knees a bit closer. But again, if you wanted to, you could put a strap, a yoga strap, around the thighs to help contain the energy, and you might get more release in the back that way too. And then all the way down on the floor, maybe with a pillow under the head. And again, you kind of want to keep lumbar curve and not dump it into the floor, and then, you know, the collarbones start to jump off the chest. So that would be the other version. And then when you've finished, you know, open up the backs of the legs in this chair, down facing dog. So hopefully that's given you a few ideas. And then afterwards, maybe you could do some pranayama, alternate nasal breathing. So full attention without tension in the body, sitting upright on a chair or cross-legged on the floor. And we brain floss, basically going across the nostrils. If it doesn't work for you, for whatever reason, you feel panicky or you're just very blocked, then you do it mentally. Remember, energy goes where the mind goes. Otherwise, keep it simple. If you know different variations, different kumbakas, different retentions, go ahead and do that. I'll just cue the simple version. So close off the right nostril, exhale through the left, inhale through the left. Close it off, exhale and inhale through the right. Close it off, exhale, inhale. Close that off, release the right, exhale, inhale. Now try to slow it down. Try not to be in any hurry. Next time you exhale through the right nostril, give up controlling the breath. Place the hands wherever you're comfortable. Focus with intensity at the point between the eyebrows. Let the eyeballs relax. Face muscles relax. Jaw and tongue relax. Becoming the watcher of the breath. When, if a thought comes into the mind, the watchword is neti, neti, neti. I'm not the thought. I'm not the thought thinking. I'm not the thought. I'm not thought at all. What then is this? A sanctuary, finding a sacred space between the sun and the moon. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, nothing to accomplish for now. Watching the breath. Trying not to control the breath. She flows in and out of the nostrils. Coolness through the tips of the nostrils on the inhalation. Warmth through the base of the nostrils on the exhale. So you can pause the video if you're going to explore the poses sequentially, and then find your station point, and then maybe find a comfortable position to do some alternate nasal breathing, a little brief meditation, again for as long as is meaningful for you, and then lie back in Shavasana. So you can kind of do that and put a little bit of music on that you really like, nice relaxing music, and give yourself a gift. This month with my students we're focusing on self-care, so it starts with us, doesn't it, for us. Deepa Shantis, Namaste.